Hey fella, world-class customs. They're the best. Buy their tees for your pro wrestling superstar figures today.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Roobs ToyZone, powered by the 2400 Block Podcast, which is my other entity. Glad you guys can join in. I got special guests in today. We got Ben all the way out there in the Philippines, lucky guy, and we got Gareth out there in the West Coast. Did you say you're from Oregon? Is that Oregon or what? Okay, great. Go Ducks.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to those guys.
Sweet. Well, we're going to talk extensively later on about world-class customs and how did that come about. But first, let's introduce you guys first. Let's start off with Ben over there all the way in the Philippines. I wish I was there, bro.
Yeah, I wish you were here too. I'm on the beach today, so I can't complain, you know. There's no power, but there's power here. And the waves aren't calm, or they are calm. So I'll wait a little bit until they're not to get out there and hit some waves, but now I'll just look at them.
Nice. So how long have you been in the Philippines so far?
It's almost 3 months.
Oh, wow. You liking it so far?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I get to wake up and walk 5 minutes to the beach. I can't complain.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see a whole lot of me over there. I mean, you know, my types of people, the Philippine people, always happy people.
Yeah, I keep asking them if they know you, and there's been a few people who said they do.
Yeah, one of these days, who knows?
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah. All right, we got Garrett out there. How's it going, Garrett? How's your day going, bro?
Busy, always busy.
Yeah.
Always
it's just one of those days that you're
always with the kids. Yeah, this is like my one break out the week.
Okay. I'm glad to make that for you, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you do need a much deserved break anyways. But let me ask you this. I'm going to just ask you a question. How did you get started with World Class Customs? And tell me a little bit more about the company.
It goes all the way back to when I was a teenager. I'm 44 now, so I mean it's a long time. I used to go to a Toys R Us, always get like the figures like as soon as they got out of the store. It was Jack specific figures. Oh, so I used to go there to grab those, and we used to get kind of like upset because they weren't coming out fast enough, and the characters in the business were changing. Right. So we're like, why don't we just customize these guys to look somewhat similar to what they are now? And so we would do everything to like shave the hair off, to start painting the hoods on and everything. And we'd always say like it'd be cool if we got the clothing, but we just have to paint it on the best we could. And they were horrible, horrible costumes. Oh yeah. And did that until I was like, I don't know, in my 20s, and then didn't do anything with wrestling for a while except for watching. And then I got sick and was told to stay in bed for a while, and I couldn't do it. I started making just like little custom belts. And selling them on eBay. And then my wife started making T-shirts, and it started growing from there. And then we came up with a name. We've had a couple different names, and then the newest one's the Wrestling Customs. And it's just probably been like 10 or 12 years now I've been doing it, like seriously doing it. So, and just trying to I had to come up with new stuff pretty much every single day to keep the business fresh. So. Yeah. 10 years of doing it, it makes my head spin sometimes.
How many hours do you put in a day?
I can pretty much say all day long. I get up, I take breaks to like help with the kids, feed my kids, just keep them on track during the day. And depending on who's all here, sometimes I'm just down to 2 kids, sometimes I have 4. So it just depends on the house. But yeah, as soon as I get up, I check on my desk, check out stuff if I don't have an appointment, and it's go, go, go until I go to sleep. So sometimes it's like from 10 in the morning till 4 in the morning. So like, I don't know, 16 hours a day? So.
Oh, wow.
Oh, right.
Now, do you do all your work on like some powerful computer or?
Nice comment.
Now, right now is like the biggest headache. We actually have our main system down right now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're in the middle of figuring that out. But yeah, I always have the backup system. So got a couple computers that help us out because we got a 3D printer. We have the regular printer, and then we have the what's it called, the Cricut cutter, the maker.
Oh.
So we use all those machines, and they usually run off the software of like one main computer, doing all the layouts and the setups for all the prints. And that's probably the longest thing, like the thing that takes me the longest to do are all the layouts. So putting everything together, it was like a production line most of the time.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fun.
Okay, now how did Ben here came into the picture? How did you two meet?
Ooh. You can take it from there, buddy.
Okay, so we met like almost 20 years ago, I guess.
Oh wow!
Back when we were a little G and a little Ben, and he was working at a semi-local watering hole. I say that because I was not allowed to go into watering holes at the time due to certain. Well, let's just say I wasn't allowed to go in there for a while.
Okay.
So I went to the semi-local watering hole outside of town, and I go in there, and there was Monday Night Raw playing in there. And naturally I start watching it, and this bartender guy comes up, and I was like, "Hey man, you can change the channel if you want." And he says, "No, Monday night we watch Raw." And I'm like, "All right." So then we start talking, and I start going there more because, I can watch wrestling every Monday night. Because I don't think I had cable at the time. I don't think I've ever had cable. I think I've never paid for cable. I've had cable at other people's places, but I can't pay for it. I can't get myself to do it. So, went there to the bar, and we started hanging out, and then he started going to local shows in Oregon, local wrestling shows. And then he started bringing me along, and I got hooked. And then he decided him and his brother are going to start training to be wrestlers.
Oh, wow.
All right. Okay. And then they said, you should come do it too. And so I did, and we both had a little bit of a run. And then, life happens, injuries happen. He started with, yeah. Yep, many surgeries later happen for both of us. And he starts his first rendition of the company, and then I think I was still out for a while, and then we always said that we should be doing this together, and eventually it got to last year, and I was like, you know what, I need to do something different. I need to do this, like, because we were like back and forth for a bit, like it should happen, and then it got to the point where we were able to start working together, and I mean that was cool. Like I get to, have work meetings playing Grand Theft Auto, going and driving around, and shooting people while talking about what we're gonna put on action figures at the same time, and just it's fun. It's a good time. It's getting to hang out with your friend and just kind of bullshit. It's pretty sweet. Here we are. It's been like 14 months now, I think, doing this.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been a blast. Who'd have thunk that two guys that used to be wrestlers would be doing this? But here we are. Like it's pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet deal. It's beats taking a bunch of bumps and being on the road all the time. I would choose this any day. I should have been doing this a long time ago.
Okay, I'm going to ask a stupid question. Are there any matches of you guys on YouTube, or there's no footage?
There's a segment, I think.
Yeah,
we have that segment. We have that one segment with the
Illuminati.
With the Illuminati. Not, like, it wasn't like
not Hillary
we were sacrificing
someone,
or we didn't sacrifice anybody. We didn't have to like do anything like that. Yeah, it was cool, man. So there was that, and then we had that one training thing, but that doesn't really count. But yeah, so that's the only segment, and that is pretty. Yeah, it's scrubbed from YouTube. I know that. I have it up on YouTube though, but that is the only proof of him and I together in the ring, is that. But I can maybe share a private link with you on that one.
Okay. Oh, what a success story of you guys.
Don't forget
the
movie.
With wrestling. Yeah.
Oh, the movie.
We've done a movie together.
We did a movie.
Yeah, we've done a movie.
Really?
Yeah.
What did y'all guys do?
Classic, it was like basically like The Godfather Part 2, Citizen Kane kind of a movie.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty close. It was called Ultimate Deathmatch 3.
Ultimate Deathmatch 3. Okay.
If you haven't seen Ultimate Deathmatch 1 or 2, I mean, you should probably go back and watch those, because there'll be a lot of plot holes that you might miss if you don't see Ultimate Deathmatch 1 or 2. And you're trying to watch 3 and you're like, I don't know what's happening. These characters are so evolved and amazing. And this was like kind of our first bit into the world of film, I guess.
Uh-huh.
We got to hang out with some legends. Which was cool. Ted DiBiase, Raven.
Oh, wow.
Stevie Richards, Scotty 2 Hotty, Abyss, Franchise Shane Douglas. There's a few more. Oh, Kevin Nash was there, but we didn't get to see him. He was upstairs filming a segment with April Hunter, the star.
Ricky Morton?
Yeah, he was there. Johnny
Swinger, yeah. And then a whole bunch of local guys that we had been watching.
Mm-hmm.
And Gary the Retard.
Don't know.
But he's called something different now, but back then that's what he was called. So I'm not sure what he's called now, but he might still be called that. But it was always kind of weird going up to him, and in wrestling you got to go up and say hi to everybody and shake their hand. Cool guy, but I just stuck with Gary. Just like, I'm just gonna call you Gary. But so there, we saw an ad in the newspaper. That's how old this was. I think maybe it was Craigslist. I have it. I have the ad, and it's like, come be in a movie and meet all these wrestling legends. Larry Zbyszko was there. We talked with that guy for a long time. But I mean, yeah, we were just fans at that point. We weren't wrestling yet, but if you ever wanted to see that movie, we did a watch along for that movie. It's one of our podcast episodes.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, if you haven't seen Ultimate Deathmatch 1 or 2, you might be a little lost when you're watching number 3, because I don't know how to explain it. I know that Wrestling with Regret also did something with it, if you watch that channel. Yeah, that was an experience. I think that was a good way to introduce us to the wrestling industry. I felt that really encompassed a lot of what we would encounter over the next 15 years or however long since that movie.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, lots of hot dogs and handshakes and stuff. We had enchiladas or something, right?
Enchiladas, yeah.
Oh,
So there was
nice.
Scotty Too Hottie eating enchiladas. That was weird.
That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah. If you ever want to check out that movie, it's I guess we buried him enough, so he gave us a shot to be in a movie, and we got to do that. So I'm thankful for him. But yeah, the movie is interesting.
Nice. Nice. What's the production company or the picture company?
Ooh.
They'll have a
We have to look that up.
company name.
The production company
Yeah.
for that?
He might know, yeah. You know?
Oh shit. I don't remember what his name is even.
Promise to send you a copy and not do it entertainment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we
Where's my
had to
copy?
like really hunt that down.
And we had to buy it. We were told we were going to get a copy each.
Oh, we did?
It never
Okay.
happened.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I
But
forget.
yeah,
He
I
was a
mean,
cheesy guy, though.
yeah.
You ever
Well,
seen The Condemned with Stone Cold?
Mm-mm. I mean, I heard of some of the movies that
It
they've
was like
done,
the
but
director in that movie was a lot like the director in Ultimate Deathmatch. It was kind of like cheesy, just trying to
oh,
get something out there to get a name.
I see. Okay. All right, guys, sir. In case you guys are just checking this out, we are doing a podcast episode on World Class Customs. I'm talking about this one right here, guys. We got Seamus here as the model. So he has on the World Class Customs shirt with a Velcro backing.
I'm so glad he
Yeah.
put his hair back to that than the mohawk.
Oh,
I couldn't
yeah.
do the mohawk on Sheamus.
Yeah,
It
I
was a little
totally
too different
agree.
for me.
Yep.
So who's your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler is none other than Hulk Hogan. You can see over there in the background. Little photo over there hanging on the wall. I mean, yeah. Just me and my brother hanging out with Hulk Hogan back
Nice.
almost 9 years ago. Can't believe it's been 9 years now, and I got a couple of Hulk Hogan figures back over there, and then I have the two over here because they have on, shirts from World Class Customs. So I'm glad to have them on here as models, and I just want to show this to you guys because I don't think any figures out there have this, and this comes on the heels of Hulk Hogan turning heel in from Bash at the Beach. I know it's like 30 years now. So what better way than to make the tank top that he wore before he switched to the black and white. So this is his custom. I guess this is his own custom made Hulkster shirt that he wore at the time. I guess they were trying to do it like spur of the moment, and they just had to airbrush this shirt. And I'm glad that you guys and me were able to design this and get this thing going. And hopefully this will sell. I mean this is 30 years. I mean,
That
especially for the
set
collectors
just
out there.
came out.
Yeah. So there you go,
that was
guys.
your
Little
idea.
Hulkster.
Yep.
We wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, well, we won't know. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we're a team, guys. That's what I love, man. Collabs,
Yeah, I remember watching that live, and I remember Bobby Heenan as he got halfway down the aisle ruining that for me because I was like, "Wait, is he the third guy?" And he's like, "Wait a minute, he's not the third guy, is he?" And I'm like, "Oh, Bobby, you ruining it, man. What are you doing?" And gets the ring, and like, "Oh, here it comes." But it's so crazy how it worked. It is so crazy how that turn worked.
Honestly, though, I have to admit, we may never see anything like that in the pro wrestling business again. I can tell like how much has changed. I mean, look at the hype that it was 30 years ago. Look how it just
NWO
drew everyone.
Just
yeah,
the group just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah,
I always root for DX to be the longevity one, but I think it's NWO. Definitely.
Yeah.
So do you see more people doing two sweets or suckets in 2026?
Depends who you're around, right?
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. Around a cool gang, it's suck it. If you're around, like, you gotta be chill, and it's probably like, the little Wolfpack one there.
Good point.
This is family events. Family events. This is the party time, you know. So I would do it. But yeah, I remember being in high school and being in the Attitude Era, and everyone was getting the suck it sign, and teachers were like, "What do you think you're doing?" And then the middle fingers would go up because of Stone Cold, and we'd all bomb our heads at each other as we see each other in high school. It was a great time.
Yeah.
Not like it is now. It's hard to swallow some of these shows that we watch sometimes.
Yeah,
I still gotta watch
it's
it.
just not the same.
What do people do now? What's the equivalent of that? Is it going back and doing those old ones, or are people doing any? I mean,
Charlotte's doing it. Charlotte's
so
been
she's
doing the suck it thing in the ring lately.
Okay,
Yeah.
so bringing back the suck it, but there's no like new thing. There's no new
No.
hand sign or I did want to see gang members start doing it. I wish gang members started doing it.
Jesus.
Going up to people and this
So
is
you can
my
only understand how
territory.
crazy
Suck
our
it.
ideas get here. Ideas get out of control sometimes. And that's the best part about working with Ben is just the ideas. I think we can go and go and go, and sometimes they run off into a joke for the ideas that we get for products, and then sometimes we just nail something. And we're like, yeah, let's do this one. This is gonna be great. And we pretty much try everything in the business, and having an extra brain right now has been great.
So you guys like just pretty much brainstorm every day. Like, what's the next concept? Y'all have like an hourly meeting or something, y'all, before y'all get to work?
It's we probably at least do at least once a week, twice a week right now. And I'm, as much as I don't like a lot of the product that's out there, I still will force myself to watch everything there is. So just in case there's something I see, like last night I watched what was it, Forbidden Door? And I love the Don Callis MJF shirts they had last night. I thought those were fantastic. So I was like, maybe we'll do those. So maybe we'll do those this evening.
Nice.
I'll look for stuff like that. Just anything like props. That's what we're focusing on, I think, for the next few months is props for the arena sets, ring sets, just something you can add for like banners, maybe like the stage boxing, like all that kind of neat stuff that you see in the background.
Nice. Okay. Do you have any products with you right now by any chance? I can just.
Well, and I was kicking myself in the butt when I got in here because I brought my dogs in here to give Mama a break because she's got the kids all out there too and she's in the office. The best thing I've been able to do, I can send you a bunch of stuff you can show off. I don't know, connected to the
I got
podcast.
like about 9 figures to show you. Make that 8 now. Oh, make that 2 now because I just showed you Hulk Hogan and Sheamus. So I got so 2 are gone. So I got probably 8 more to show you.
Yeah.
Let's start off with CM Punk. I love this. Even my girlfriend loved it as soon as she saw it in the room. The Blackhawks CM Punk jersey. I love it. I mean, especially here, in Chicagoland, home of the Blackhawks. So yeah, it looks all good. Got the Velcro
Which
backing
CM Punk
too.
is that? Is that the Bret Hart one?
No, this is the one I just grabbed off in I think Walmart. So just those basic figures. I forgot what series it is, but yeah, there he is.
Yeah, I like his kick pads. Those are awesome. Yeah, I love doing the jerseys. They're a lot of fun to do because I like more detail into the stuff, and it makes it just pop so much more.
Nice.
It's cool.
Now, for the Blackhawks jersey, did you have to go look for the logo? You had to get like a vector size logo from the Blackhawks?
What's that?
You had to get like a vector art for the logo?
They were hard to find for some of the logos for those hockey ones. Even what's the other hockey ones? A maple leaf one that we did, and it's so hard. Like there's the white one that Brett does that we're gonna be popping out, and I had put the wrong maple leaf on there. So the one where Brett wore the steel plate, and Goldberg spears him and knocks himself out.
Oh wow! I have to refer back to that one.
Yeah, it's that jersey that he's wearing, and when this set came out, they put the wrong jersey with it, and everyone's like, go to these guys. And I'm like, what are you guys asking for? And I'm like, a jersey. And that's actually one of the first jerseys I did, was the Maple Leaf one. So, good old Brett.
Oh, speaking of the Hart Foundation and Bret Hart, did y'all made a leather jacket on them? I know I haven't really looked at too much into detail of your other products, but do y'all had the leather jacket with the Hart Foundation?
We have all the Hart Foundation leather jackets. So we have Anvil's, Hitman's, and Owens as the jackets. Then we got a Pillman vest and then a Bulldog vest.
And Owen?
So that are slightly different. Yeah, we got Owen's jacket.
Okay.
So we'll have to do some stuff. They go
sold out right now.
The RKO shirt. Of course, this is not the one with the blood on it. Just a plain RKO.
We'll have to send you one with the blood on
it. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, my girlfriend also liked this one.
I fear that his retirement days are coming up sooner than later.
Yeah, I think so too.
We met him 5 years? No, longer than that now. My kid's 18. Like 10 years ago. And he was so seasoned in wrestling and meeting fans that when we came up to him, all the kids were really, really going crazy, except for my son, who usually sat to the side and was quiet. And all of a sudden he's like, looks over at my son, he's like, you. He's like, you're first. He's like, that's so crazy over here. And he took a picture and he's like, everybody settle down. He's like, all have your turn. And took a picture with him and I looked at my son's belt. And my son's belt has been autographed by how many guys? Cena and Punk and Hogan. We met his 60th birthday, I think we met Hulk Hogan. They came here to Portland, Oregon for the show. We got to meet him then. So we got a bunch of autographs. But Randy Orton's a cool dude. Nice. Who else you got?
Okay. All right. It's just Stone Cold Steve Austin here with the Austin 316 shirt. My figure had a vest, so I said to myself, I want to get an Austin 316 shirt. And then I looked you guys up on eBay. I'm like, I'm getting this. And from there, I started buying a couple more shirts along with his. So, yeah, I'm just glad to have one with an Austin 316 shirt.
So that's where you found us, was looking for a 316 shirt?
That, Hulk Hogan, and many more. I just started just getting into it, man. I'm like, let me go, spend on these shirts. And of course, my favorite one, another collab with you guys, is the Roman Reigns, the OTC shirt. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to make it focused. Oh well.
You got the wrestling.
Where'd you get into wrestling? What was your kind of exposure? Were you going to shows in Chicago?
I've only went one time at the Prudential Arena. I guess that's what it was called. Yeah. Oh no, the Allstate Arena. I'm sorry. Allstate Arena. I only went there one time with my girlfriend, and that was way back in 2012 or 2013. That's the last time I actually went in to watch, but a WWE show. But I was watching AEW when CM Punk entered. CM Punk debuted in AEW, and that's when I started watching another show, and they were filming Dynamite at the time, and it was good to see it. The crowd was so electrifying. Not as electrifying as the United Center one, of course. That one it's one of the best highlights in CM Punk's career, and I sometimes watch it every once in a while. Okay, so we have another CM Punk shirt. This one you've seen him wear every once in a while, the black with the logo, his Chicago logo. Yeah.
Do you CM Punks come with the Cobra and the Pepsi symbol?
Yeah, this one doesn't. Yeah, I noticed that when I look at the figures, it's like missing the.
Because of they still have the licensing issue then.
Yeah.
Because you used to be able to get the tattoos, the transfers. And you can actually put them on your figure, and then it fills in those spots right there. It's Curb Stomp Customs, I think, does them. Curb Stomp Customs, yeah, does the decals for figures.
Curb Stomp, okay.
Yeah. Shout out to those guys, they're great guys.
Yeah.
I can't believe they haven't gone after the guy, trying to find him, trying to be able to, whoever made the tattoos. Because I don't know what they got to pay out. Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like that's such a weird thing that people have to pay for. You're good. Okay. Morning. Got the pictures. Like, I'm surprised they don't just go and find the guy and kill him, which I'm not suggesting that. I'm surprised they haven't yet, though, just to go and, not have to pay for those licensing fees. I know they
Well,
want to
free
have that.
advertisement wouldn't it be?
Well, I mean, that's what they say for a lot of things, but, it's free advertisement. But, like, I'm sure that guy wants to get paid to go and get his, he knows what that's worth. Otherwise, he would have taken the money. I'm
Yeah.
sure they've offered that guy. Someone had to come up to him, like I guess there had to have been that conversation where he, whoever went up to Punk and is like, how do we get the licensing for this guy? And he's like, oh, I'm not going to say he's doing meth or something, but maybe he's a hard guy to get a hold of. But maybe he's just like, I don't want to bow down to the corporate boss. That's not very CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder when he's going to come back. All the bare sheets right now are saying that he's got problems with the company, and then I hear that he's just making a switch over to SmackDown.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking too.
So the rumor mill always cracks me up, man. Always cracks me up. Never changes.
I think he's supposed to show up in the Chicago appearance.
Isn't that a Raw show?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's a Raw show. I
think that was what they were saying was the discrepancy is that he was supposed to be there, but he's not going to be able to be there because he's going to SmackDown. I was like, wow, this sounds like high school all over again. I was like, let's see what happens. Watch the shows.
Yeah.
That's what I miss. I miss back in the days when you could watch wrestling and there was no internet, so everything was like, what? Mm-hmm. What? Now it's like, yeah, I knew it was coming. I saw it earlier.
Yeah, I think the internet ruined things.
You got any other guys?
Yeah, I got some more. All right. You got the Hulk Hogan Hollywood Rule shirt.
Nice. Yeah. That is probably a shirt that we've done the most, I think, besides NWO shirts.
Oh, really?
I want to say the Hollywood Hogan shirt it's got to be up there in the top 3 shirts that we do. We sell it a lot. And Hogan shirts, I think, just in general, make the top 5.
Yeah.
We haven't done too many Macho Man stuff yet, but that was always a big one. But him and NWO shirts, that's why I say they live on to this day. They're just so popular. This would be 30 years ago. That's crazy to think of, too.
What's your favorite Hogan match? What do you like going back and watching for Hogan? Or do you going back and watch any of his stuff? Or is it just like, I'm going to leave it there and just remember it was awesome?
Man, I still remember when they were talking about WrestleMania. This, what they call it? This, is that the first pay-per-view, I believe, right? WrestleMania? Or closed circuit television, what they call it, right?
Yeah, it was on regular. Was it on regular TV, the first one?
No, it was closed circuit. Like they did it at like movie theaters, and I think they did it in some arenas and stuff as well as a closed whatever you said. I can't not closed circuit or is that the right? What was the word you said for the phrase?
Oh, I just said closed circuit because I remember they were bringing that up when they first introduced it. And that was like
go back and watch that. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Rocky 3 actually led me to watching WWF because Hulk Hogan, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T, of course. Yeah. But then I moved to the USA in 1981 from Korea. No, 1980 from Korea. And I remember when I was watching TV, one of the first programs I'll be watching is the NWA. Loved watching NWA.
Oh, so who were you into watching with NWA? MC Ren,
Well, I remember
Easy
Paul Jones. I remember Manny Fernandez. I remember Ric Flair, of course. Yeah, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, you name it. It got better, in the mid '80s with Sting, Barry Windham, Lex Luger. Oh man, the list goes on and on. And then I'm like watching that, and then I'm watching WWF also at the same time. So yeah, the more the merrier.
Are you going back and watch any of that? Or is everything just sort of in the past? I
actually started watching the first WrestleMania, the one from 1985, and just looking at it again just brings me goosebumps. I mean, I'm watching it on Netflix, the very first WrestleMania in its entirety.
First match with the Executioner.
Yeah,
they didn't want to use they didn't want Playboy to lose, so that they put him as Executioner in that match. I don't know if you've ever gone. Playboy Buddy Rose is
yeah.
I don't know if you ever watched that guy.
I've seen some of his matches.
Okay, yeah, he was supposed to be in there, but yeah, like I guess whatever Vince didn't want him to lose, so they threw him as the Executioner, and was it Tito Santana that he was wrestling?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So then, and so Hulk Hogan, the main event: Hulk Hogan, Mr. T, Paul Orndorff, and Piper.
Yeah, I miss Rowdy.
Yeah. So how'd that match work for you? How'd that hold up in 2026?
It's memorable in the sense, but also I get to see how Mr. T, wrestles. He wasn't really that good. I must be honest with that. They could have made it better. He could have maybe learned more of the in-ring wrestling skills. But other than that, I thought it was entertaining. I always love Paul Orndorff's intensity. I always love how he always displays that.
Were there any other matches that stood out from it? Or
that seemed to be the match that resonates in my head. How about you, Garrett? Have you seen WrestleMania 1, and is there any match that you think is memorable or something worth telling?
No matter what, it's always going to be WrestleMania 6 for me. That's when I became a fan.
Okay.
I was born in London, England.
Oh,
and
okay.
So we had boxing and horse racing all the time over there. Uh-huh. So then we got Sky Television, and that was our first American channel, and we had a Saturday night main event. And I was watching the show, and I was like, hey, it's all right. I wasn't really into it. I was also playing soccer at the time, and then my uncle and my cousin invited me over to watch WrestleMania 6, and this was I know it was late in the night because we were watching it live, so because we're 8 hours ahead over there from where we're at here. Mm. And I remember watching the show, and it was okay. And then it got to Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan. Now, Hulk Hogan comes out, and I'm like, all right, it's cool. What's up with the cul-de-sac, whatever. I was kind of mislabeling him as at the time. But when Warrior came out, I lost my mind. I absolutely lost my mind. Because the guy was so jacked, so energetic, you thought he was going to run out of your TV. He was just so crazy. He was running around everywhere. And I lost it. And I fell in love with wrestling right there. And that was the first kind of thing I really watched. From there, I needed the magazines. I needed the trading card. Once I got to America, which was 91, they took me straight to a Toys R Us. Got the rockers, the Bushwhacker set for Hasbro toys in the ring. And you can ask my wife. You can ask my mom and dad. I've been obsessed with this ever since WrestleMania 6. And that's all I do is talk about wrestling, It's wrestling this, wrestling that. I compare life to wrestling. So WrestleMania 6 is where it starts for me. It was very impactful and hasn't stopped, and it's been 37 years. So
wow, good for
it's
you.
been a fun time. But I do go back and watch the old ones. I do like WrestleMania 4 and 5 a lot. I really enjoy those ones. That Trump Plaza. Not because it's at Trump Plaza, just because of the tournament. I really like how long I think it's number 4 is like 5 hours long. Yeah. I really enjoy those ones for some reason. And the Mega Powers and doing all that stuff too. I loved it all.
You want to see how Gareth and I get heat right here? We both bond over the same.
Oh yeah.
We're anti-Ricky fans.
How did that come about?
Lex Luger is involved in these conversations as well.
Okay, that
nowadays
makes sense.
I think as a person, love Lex Luger. I think he's a great guy. Same as Ricky Dragon Steamboat. I think they're a great guy. Wrestling personas I could never get through. I always thought that Lex Luger was kind of cheesy, and I was like, who's fans of this guy? And I still question that to this day. If he's got a fan club or anything out there. And then Ricky, the reason why he stands out and I dislike his characters is because the match with Flair carried him. The match with Macho carried him. Where's the one where Ricky the Dragon Steamboat carries somebody? Where's the one? That's how I feel, sort of. And I could be wrong, and other people have their opinions, but I know those are the classic matches for Steamboat. But I feel like if it wasn't for Flair and it wasn't for Macho, those matches would never be talked about.
Yeah.
So I know I'm going to get heat, but yeah.
The Macho one is just the best choreographed spot dance. And it's amazing. Every single little part of that is spotted out for what that is. Because that's how he works all his matches. And I mean, it's great. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a big Bruce Lee fan too, and so maybe that's why I'm not super into Steamboat. But I would have thought I would be, being really into Bruce Lee, but I don't know. I couldn't get into it. And so whenever we say that to anyone, people their jaws drop to the ground. And it's just like, you got to be kidding me. Like he's the greatest. But, there's, I think, 3 of us. There's us 2, and I have a friend. I won't throw him under the bus too. I'll just throw Gareth and I under the bus that we don't like Steamboat. But yeah, I'll throw us under the bus all day. But so, I mean,
who's your favorite guy now?
Yeah,
like who's your top guy now?
Is it you, Ben?
Oh no, for you.
Oh, me?
Yeah, who's your number 1 guy right now?
I don't really have a favorite right now. It just seems like, well, of course, the Obafemi thing. I'm kind of like getting into that because of the popularity that he's having, and I see that he is gonna forego his championship opportunity and go after Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
So I hear now, just from this morning, that, and I guess close your ears if you don't want the spoilers over the next 2 weeks, but I guess Brock's supposed to run over Sammy and take the belt. And that's how you get to the Oba Brock thing. So Saturday night main event, which is on a Sunday, I believe, is what's supposed to happen.
Oh.
So hopefully not, because he did that. Who did he do that to? Oh, Kofi. He did that to Kofi. So I just feel like that's just going to be a repeat and make the product just kind of, I don't know, bland. Seeing the same thing again.
Who's your favorite, Gareth?
By the way, Ben, what restaurant are you on?
There's all these like plants in the back there. What's going on back there?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Are you in Jollibee, Ben?
I do. I almost went to Jollibee. Shout out to Jollibee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could just be tripping. I got the surfboards. I got surfboards here, I guess. Surfboards and trees,
nice.
I believe, make some sort of trippiness.
You said you're near the beach, right?
Yeah. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah.
Oh, he's gonna make us all jealous, Garrett.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, how do I do that? Nope, I don't know. I can go like that. So that's the beach.
I forgot you cut your hair.
Somewhere.
He used to have long hair. He just cut it recently. Yeah. He throws me. He does this crap to me. He's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Whoa, where's your hair go?"
Yeah, that's where I'm chilling.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Jeez.
chilling today.
Yeah, you got a storm coming out to you soon.
Hopefully the storm brings some waves. It was, a little bit last night. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We got power out today, so.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I like to sit here and warn him as he wakes up every day what earthquakes are around him and what weather. I'm obsessed with tornadoes. So besides wrestling, I love tornadoes and crazy weather. And so I'm always telling him, like, "Oh, there's a storm coming your way. Getting rain? What's going on?" So, always watching out.
Did you saw that video? What happened in Illinois last week? Especially this one guy. I think he's in Effingham, Illinois, and he was filming, and somehow he found out that he was still alive. He just had a few bruises and scrapes, but other than that,
he fell off a building.
He was in the house as it was happening. He didn't know that this whole house was going to go down. Just within seconds, he starts filming again, and everything's like gone. Just stuff is just destroyed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they had the bad storms going through there. Because my boy Kenny that I watched was going through there, and he's chasing one. He actually got pulled in on the road by one. It wasn't too bad, but it was still pretty scary for him.
Yeah, and not too far down, the Corvette Museum was messed up badly.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah,
so all that history, those cars gone.
Out here, we don't usually ever get them. We now, we just had a tornado funnel cloud thing like 3 days ago here. So it's just a few miles away from my place, and now we get them the tornado warnings about every 2 weeks lately. Oh, it's weird. I'm like, what's going on? We're just used to rain. It's depressing rain. That's it.
Yeah.
So now we get earthquakes and tornadoes. Oh shit!
You don't have you don't have those weather alerts in the middle of the day for severe thunderstorms, and then tornado warnings, and then Jeopardy's not on because there's tornado warning or storm warning going on, and
yeah.
That's So, let me ask you a question about Chicago. Do you get the Shriners Hospital commercials out there? Is that a big thing out there?
No, honestly, I haven't seen a commercial of that.
Been a while.
Shriners. Yeah.
I
don't really watch too much TV.
What is the bean?
The bean, that's it's like a silver-looking jelly bean that's situated in a park has a couple of bushes and gardens and whatnot, and everybody's in love with it. Especially the tourists and visitors that come daily.
Yeah, everyone's like, "You gotta check out the bean when you're there." Like, what's the bean? Is it like a coffee shop? What is it? That's what I thought it was. I was like, "No, but you just gotta check it out." And I'm like, "What is it?"
Yeah, it's actually called. It's actually called the Cloud Gate by some artists, but people, nickname it the bean because it is the shape of a jelly bean, a big giant bean.
One of those things you put something reflective in front of it. Everyone has to take a selfie. I guess it's usually not selfies in front of us. It's usually someone else taking a picture.
Yeah.
You got to have the whole thing in the picture, right? You can't just take a part of it, because then people are just going to think you're standing in front of a mirror. But if you got the whole. So are there any like tourist spots there that you go to? Do you ever do like go to the Sears Tower and put your head against the window, do the
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller? That what I don't know. Is there like tourist stuff
Yeah, it
you do
was,
there?
I guess it's called the Rockefeller Building. I think that's what it is.
Oh, you did.
You know,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, that's the Rockefeller Building. And as for the Sears Tower, which is now called the Willis Tower, you pretty much
The
just go
Willis.
into a transparent ledge, and you look down, and people are either scared of heights or people just aren't and just love it. I've been there a couple
Where
of
are you?
times, especially with visitors.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's fun. And
No, are you
what
scared of
else
heights?
did I went to in Chicago? The Field Museum. Yeah, I could be there for like the whole entire day just trying to learn stuff at the Field Museum. All these artifacts, all these, mummified remains, everything in there that you really want to check out. And then there's one museum that I found very interesting, and I'm just gonna state this based on the workers that work there. I think one time I was doing an inventory, with the team, and we were led to another part of the building, and the worker said, "Don't turn your head that way." And it's so pitch dark because they said that there are spirits that really want their possessions, their earthly possessions. And one of the ghosts, they say, is Abraham Lincoln. His deathbed is actually there, by the way. It's a very small deathbed. People
Now
thought
you're
it was a
talking down
long.
our alley right here.
Yeah.
Talk about paranormal UFO stuff a lot.
Yeah, I mean that's just what I get from the workers, and they said that some of the workers that work there don't want to work there anymore. So, and that's the last time I actually talked to the worker. Never went back into that place.
That's
Who
creepy.
knows what else is
Don't
going
look
on?
down that area. No,
Yeah,
I don't know about that kind of stuff. But no, we're very intrigued by. I know I am the paranormal and the UFO stuff, especially what's going on these days with all the
oh
leaks.
yeah,
As I sit there and work and do custom stuff, on the side to my left is always something paranormal or UFO going on my YouTube. Like, I'm a sponge for it. I love it. It's
yeah.
great stuff. And I probably freak my wife and kids out the next day when I'm like, guess what I learned? I'm like, aliens are running the planet now. It's stuff like that. Or I watch too much Bob Lazar. I'm like, uh-oh.
I remember I was in a hotel somewhere like near the Quad City area of Illinois, heading towards Missouri, and I was in this old hotel, and the water was like so bad to the part where it becomes orange or rusty. I don't know, rusty looking water, terrible. I wouldn't even want to take a shower in that thing. And when I was in bed, and I was just like just chilling, looking at my phone, all of a sudden some voice, some disembodied voice comes into my ear saying, "Hey, John." I'm like, I'm turning. I'm like, am I tired? Am I sleeping? Am I dreaming? But no, there was, someone spoke and they know my name, or she knows my name. It was a female actually, and my girlfriend at the time was taking a shower. And, we're a team. Me and my girlfriend, we work as a team along with the other people, and we're just in this hotel, this old hotel. So that was scary in a way, but it didn't really freak me out. I just.
When it says your name, that's creepy. When it's identifying you, you're like, what in the world? It's not just like hello or something like that, or just one word saying your name.
Yeah, the last time someone spoken to me was last year. It was actually the time when my brother passed away. He took his own life.
I'm sorry.
He couldn't adjust to civilian life after how many years in the Navy. There he is, by the way. There. I made a little memorial for him with his, figures of the Terminator and RoboCop, characters that he looked up to. So, but yeah, I heard his voice. It sounded like a frequency like you would normally hear in a walkie-talkie, but I can hear him just shoot right past my ear. He's like, "Hey, John." And then I turned around, and that's where his car was parked, where I parked my Cherokee, right on that same spot.
Saying hi somehow.
Yeah.
So I've lost a couple close friends, and sometimes something will happen around me. I'm like, it's got to be them. It's got to be them. Like just the feeling you'll get, which, and I don't know. I hope there's another side we can see everybody again. So, it's definitely that's why I'm so intrigued with it. I'm always like trying to figure out what happens after here, which I probably shouldn't. But yeah, I'm always chasing after those answers right now in life. It's just aliens real? Is the paranormal world real? What's going on? Let's match up stories, and experiences, and it's the ones where you get the most repeated details out of everyone's stories is what I like to hear. It's like the same like premonitions or feelings you get. Like it's crazy, especially as technology keeps coming out.
Yeah.
Is a storm hitting over there?
You okay, Ben?
Yeah.
What in the world? I think next time I gotta shave my head so I can fit in. I usually never have this long of hair. I usually shave my head bald, but yeah, I've been lazy ever since. Well, I think we lost our dude.
We lost the man. He is gone. So we got Gareth here. We're just talking about paranormal stuff. We went from talking about custom wrestling shirts to the paranormal, and now Ben has disappeared
to the abyss.
Yeah,
no, I like the world we live in. I'm glad I'm here at this time because I got 3D printing that helps out with our accessories and all kinds of technology these days, and how much wrestling we can actually watch to binge watching TV shows instead of waiting till next season or next week and like, oh, what's going to happen next? I love the time we live in. I just hope it doesn't end anytime soon with all the silly ones out there doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, what a world we're living, man. It was so different from the time that we watched, wrestling, especially with the Attitude Era. I remember how, life was fun and there wasn't that, too much of the internet back in the day.
You hear kids playing outside.
Yeah.
You can smell more barbecues going around, Now it's just not there. It's just like a ghost world outside.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's doing this, and I'm guilty of it. I do a lot of the phone flipping, but I try to put it down a lot and try to watch TV or what's positive out there. It's hard to these days.
Yeah.
There's so much nonsense.
Man. Boy, do I have a story to tell you. I'm going to try to simplify it a bit. Okay, my brother passes away. I'm dealing with, depression, being down, feeling down. And it's just one February day, I just said to myself, I'm going to go try to get some of these Masters of the Universe figures that me and my brother never had. So with the money that I have, I was able to, invest on a whole lot of Masters of the Universe figures that, me and my brother weren't able to complete, because by the time we became teenagers, it pretty much became, obsolete for a while. And then it resurfaced, Masters of the Universe resurfaced all of a sudden. But it's just, it just feels like getting toys, buying toys, getting all this wonderful merch. I don't know. It just made me happy. It just takes me back to a time where, a simple time where me and my brothers were just, enjoying our moment, going outside, playing with these toys, bashing them. You know how it goes.
Yep.
Yeah. So now here I am surrounded with toys. I mean, back then it's just a podcasting equipment and this mic here. Now I have a whole bunch of action figures here surrounding this whole computer. And then I have a few more action figures behind me. So I had to buy a shelf soon that will put them all together. So right now they're just everywhere. And I've been doing this since February. And Ben's gone again.
Yeah, the storm's
nice
taking
try,
him away.
Ben. Yeah, nice try, Ben. I know he's been trying to, hang in there. We'll see what happens next.
He'll be back in a moment. He's probably running to another coffee shop.
Yeah. He probably is. I wish you could just grab some Filipino guides. Like, hey, I'm talking to a Filipino on the other side.
Yeah, that was random. And also, he's like, yeah, I'm going to the Philippines. And I've known him for a long time now, and I'm just like, okay, another adventure for you. And he likes to adventure for sure. He's always doing something new. I got the kid world, so I'm always grounded to the house here and doing kid stuff with the kids. But yeah, he's never a dull moment. I can tell you that. Never a dull moment with them. Always having a blast. I can't get back on too many something here. Okay.
It's okay. It was good to talk with Ben. We'll probably have a part 2 coming soon.
Yeah, no, we have to get more action figures. My house, or my apartment, I should say. Even my wife, she collects toys, so she's a big Pee Wee Herman fan.
Oh, okay.
So she's got the tattoo to the action figures to the old TV shows. I mean, just a lot of stuff. Even the doll that used to pull the string. And now when you pull the string, it goes like the really fast talking.
Yeah.
It's totally broken. Even scary movies, we like to collect the NECA figures. So like Jason, Michael, Freddy Krueger. Yeah, I mean, to boil it down, we're just giant kids. I mean, we might be 40-something years old, but we're giant kids. And
yeah,
I've always lived in a Peter Pan world. You should never grow up unless you have to. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. I don't need to grow up in that way. You know, I know right from wrong. I know my ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. I know how to work things. So, you know, and I see so many. I'll be honest. I've seen so many guys, especially when I worked in the bar business, that couldn't be themselves. And I'm like, "What's up, man?" You know, just talking to one of the guys, and I pull out all my stuff in storage, like all my comic books and stuff. And I'm like, "Why?" Oh, because I moved in with so and so, and I'm just like, "So, you know, like, is she not into that stuff?" We gotta have it like this here. And I'm like, "So when can you get that stuff back?" I'm probably gonna have to sell it, man. I'm like, "You're selling your childhood. You know, you're throwing it away." And I get love and everything like that, but you shouldn't have to give up those things. You know, you gotta work it out and say, "Hey, can I have like a special room for myself? You know, like that I can just put into my like making I don't know your adult kids room where you get all your action figures up like we do." And yeah, that's a big thing I think that's really gone wrong with the world is that we've grown up too fast.
Yep. Totally agree.
It is with all this technology and toys, we should be focused on that and not so much on killing each other as we see on the news.
Oh,
so it's just depressing.
It is.
The more people can be like us, this world will be so much happier, man.
I think we're just pretty much we're the last generation now of this.
We have to be. I see these kids that are younger than us always on their phone, and I'm like just with He-Man, it's like, have you seen the new He-Man? What's He-Man? Oh no. Yeah. Or like, oh, you see Gremlins 3 is coming out? What's Gremlins? I'm like, oh no. Yeah. And that's another thing is our action heroes, man, that we grew up with. They don't make them like that anymore. Yeah. No more Slides, no more Arnolds, you know, they're all going, and Bruce Willis with his stuff that's going on. People are just growing up too fast. I just realized I was all gray pretty much the other day. Yeah. So I was like, nope, time to shave my head again. Let's gotta get off of here. But yeah, I think more people should be into toys and gaming and just letting loose.
Yep.
Just forget about the world and let loose.
Just spending just a few minutes looking at your action figures is like, oh my gosh, the best moment.
Yeah, and like you're talking about, you know, it brings back memories and it just brings out that warm feeling. It's like I always like to, me and my wife talk about like the music in like Home Alone. They don't put music like that in movies anymore, and it's that warmth feeling that you get. Same as looking at our action figures or playing that vintage video game. Oh, like Duck Hunter, and like you just remember like jumping behind the couch doing a Duck Hunter with your brother or something like that. And, it's hard to find those good times out there. And I'm like, how do kids enjoy life these days?
Do you try to encourage your kids to lay off of the technology every once in a while?
We used to have 1 day a week where I used to say no tablets. That doesn't work out too well because halfway through the day, it was like, all right, we've done this, what you wanted us to do. Now give us back the tablets. But right now, my 9-year-old, she's getting much into art and drawing. So it's been nice to see her go from there. That's so good. She puts down the tablet quite a bit. My grandson, who we take care of, I'd say he's about half and half right now. So toys and sometimes a tablet. My 2 oldest, it's Flip City just all day. So I have an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old, and they're very much into their phones and that kind of stuff. Even though my son does play Battlefield with me and stuff at night. and stuff. We'll get to the video game together, and that's where we bond because it's something that's both of our generations. It's with my dad growing up, it was kind of hard to bond at one point. He was a hunting, fishing guy. I was a video game kid, so it was like, and then I introduced him to video games, and that's all he does these days. So, yeah, he loves online. He plays
good
Lord of the Rings and stuff like that online on the computer. So he loves it.
Sweet.
So
if
nice
it wasn't for you, he wouldn't be getting into that stuff, right?
Yeah, that's what I get blamed for. My mom and stuff. She's like, "What did you get into?" And I was like, "He likes it." It's better than going down to a bar and spending all the money on beer or something. It's like, come on, he's just playing a game. I know he doesn't talk to us anymore, but he's just playing a game. No, he loves it. Excuse me, on the side, he does that. He drives people to their medical appointments, so that's what he does. So he's retired from the military. So
was he in the Navy?
He's in the Army. We spent a couple years in Germany. I'm an Army brat, so we spent a couple years in Germany. He met us out of England. My mom and I moved to Germany pretty much to live with him and try out their relationship, and it worked out. And we lived there for a while, and then moved to the States, and he got discharged and stuff out of the Army, and all his family's here in Oregon, which I'd never heard of when you're a kid in England. All you ever hear is California, Disneyland. That's all you hear about. I'm like, what's an Oregon? Like, what is that? And we move here, and I'm like, Tree City. I mean, it's just trees everywhere. In England, it's cement jungle. So, I mean, you get a tree every other block that's put into the ground and surrounded by cement.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of different. And, no, I wouldn't change it, though. I got a lot of cool experience being a kid while your dad's in the Army. Get in the tanks and the Humvees and the helicopters. So, it was a blast.
Now, were you able to speak in an English accent when you were over there?
I lost it because of puberty. So if I would have came here after puberty, I would have kept my English accent. And because of going through puberty, I picked up the American slang and the accent from there. My mom, though, it was so funny yesterday. I was actually talking to her on the phone, and she said burger bowl. And I was like, burger balls? I'm like, what are you saying? And she's like, you can understand me? And I'm like, no, I can't. Like, what are you saying? She's like, don't do this to me. And I'm like, I just say it normal. But finally got it out of her. I'm like, okay, burger bowls. Take out the bread, make burgers all mixed up. Okay. Like, so we switch recipes every Sunday. I'm like Martha Stewart in the kitchen. I love cooking. Love cooking food all day.
Okay, now, since you said that you lost your English accent, during puberty, can you give it a try? Maybe bring it a little bit, bring it back a little bit.
It's the only when I guess I get upset it comes out. It's hard. Like, there's certain words. I don't know if I like PTSD'd it out of my brain. Like, I can't say like, oh, like H. They say H here, but I say H.
Oh.
So like, there's certain things like that are like just writing, like spelling words. I still spell differently. Like mom to me is always M-U-M.
Mom, yeah, mom.
Yeah,
hey, mom. Yeah.
Or like color, I have U in color. You don't hear like some things they still call like they're semi trucks, but they're lorry trucks to me. It's like so it's like or it's a lift. It's not an elevator. Like lift makes more sense to me because it's only 4 letters anyway. So it's like an elevator. Yeah, it's hard to do my accent anymore. It's I guess when I get upset, it'll come out. I don't know what words I say, but my wife like, oh, when you get upset with the kids, they annoy you. You like say something to them, and she's like, we don't understand what you're saying sometimes. I'm like, okay, but yeah, it's the only time it comes out. It's hard to do. I get stage fright, I guess. Yeah. I'll do it if I'm gaming. So if you go onto YouTube and go to G, yeah, that's me. I'm not trying to put myself over, but I'll go live on there playing Battlefield, and I do accents. I do impressions a lot on it. So, like, I do impressions of a lot of political people right now, like Alex Jones. I do a lot of that guy.
Oh yeah, Alex Jones.
Man, he's a rat. like it by the voices and stuff like that, but I gotta be in the game. I don't know what it is. Just when I'm in the game, I just start making jokes about everything or badgering the other players on the other team, and the rest of my team will just be laughing. The salty too. It's like, oh man, here he goes. But yeah, I don't know why I do it. I just start doing impressions online.
There's one word that resonates with me, especially when it comes to meeting, people from England. They always say to me, cheers. I'm like, what's cheers?
Cheers,
But they keep
mate.
saying,
Yeah.
cheers.
Cheers, mate. Yeah. That oi. Oi's always been one with me. Usually people say hey, I say oi.
Oh.
And then my best friend that I grew up with, he does it now. He's like, it's because of you. He's like, you sit there and annoy me so many times, and now I sit there and I can't even say hey. It's like, well, you picked it up from me. I guess like I picked up words from you. What else is there? This is funny because I just talked to my mom yesterday about accents, and I got an old English recipe from her yesterday. We have a pie mash. Have you ever heard of that? So it's mashed potatoes, and it's like a beef pot pie, but it's just ground beef in it, and then we have this like green like pesto gravy that goes on top of it.
Yeah.
It looks kind of, but it's so good. It's great. So I got the recipe for that yesterday, and then to do ribs for 4th of July this weekend, which is
nice.
Kind of hypocritical for me to celebrate 4th of July, really, because that's how America got their independence, is from my people. So it's like I say, screw. I'm a citizen now. I'm over here. This is home. I'm never going back. I'll tell you that after what I see on the news. I don't think I could. It's terrible.
It is.
If I go anywhere now, I want to visit Mexico when it gets a little bit safer. I really want to go to New Zealand. That's where I really want to go. You ever been there?
Mm-mm.
No. I got a friend who lives in Guam.
I have not been out of this country, man. I need to be out of this country.
See, once I got here, I was planted. I never really left ever again once I got here.
Yeah.
I've been to other states. Well, that's all right. I've been to Disneyland and California and all that stuff, and been to Texas, been to New York, been to Washington, obviously, because we're so close.
Yeah.
That's about it. I haven't really done anything else. My wife's like, you got to see the Grand Canyon and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah.
My girlfriend says the same thing.
Really? What is the obsession with it? I'm like, it's just a giant hole in the ground. I'm like, but I guess it's just one of those breathtaking things. Like I try to explain, like what parts of Ireland looks like, but you can't really know until you're there. It's one of those breathtaking scenes,
Yeah.
It's like, wow, these places still exist. So man, it's a wild world we live in.
You know what I found fascinating is like when you go through all these different states, all of them are like, different and unique. And then in the end, you just have this wholesome appreciation. Like I'm meeting Amish people in Indiana and I'm like, wow, they're cool, and
I've never been an Amish person yet.
And then I meet like an Italian guy in New York, the way he talks, talking about pizza and pasta and all that. And the way he talks, it's just, awesome. The accent,
I like
just coming across people and then just sharing perspectives with all of them, man. It's it brings us closer. We all live, life. At the end of the day, we just want to survive and make sure our day is fine.
Yeah, and that's a lot of things that we're starting to miss a lot of. And I don't know if it's just the brainwashing from technology or just not putting each other in check or something. We're missing that too. It's AI. Oof, that's a whole other topic, but that scares me as we go into the future too. And I don't know, like 5 years from now, what's it going to be like? I mean, as fast as we're moving.
Yeah.
As long as we grow up, I think we'll be fine. But if we keep going at the rate we're going, it scares me a bit.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but yeah, man, like, it's gonna be really weird for toys. I'll tell you that. That's what I was thinking about the other day, like how we construct toys now. I think computers, we're just gonna be able to speak into them at one point, and kind of like a 3D printer, have something on the side of your computer can just generate that action figure just like that for you. Like just whether it be yourself Just like, hey, can you make me today and make me 1/12 scale? I want to be a Mattel WWE figure. I think in 5 years this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And what we're doing now is going to be like not caveman style, but like, oh, remember how we used to do that? No, we got machines to do it. But yeah, I'm just so intrigued with what's next, what will be next, and like with He-Man and Ninja Turtles, I'm so glad they brought those figures back and share with my kids like how cool these are, and they're like, you see what this video game does over here, and it's like, oh no, like you gotta understand, like you didn't have video games back then, and I think that's why we have better imaginations too. You had to get your action figures and make your own stories.
Yeah.
Now these kids can make their own video.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing now with AIs. I've been telling stories with my action figures. They serve as my models. I don't know if Ben told you about it. That I've been doing these spin-off. It's my own Masters of the Universe spin-off in my so-called world. Just playing with He-Man over here and seeing what he's gonna do next in my story. And I'm already on episode 17. I've already produced 17 episodes, and I've only released 11 so far. And it's gotten better with every episode. Episode 1, you're gonna laugh because like, wow, it just looks so generic. But then as you keep going through every episode, you're like, oh my goodness, he stepped it up. Yeah.
So you're learning something new every time you're doing a video or some new technique, which is cool.
Right.
So, and you got to leave that stuff up too, because it's fun to watch yourself grow. It's like when we first started doing our business. If I look back at the very first T-shirts we were doing, I was making images way too big. Like, was like the NWO was like just all over the place, and I was just not focusing in on the actual scale of that stuff. As time went along, you could see where we were paying attention to it, and our shirts were tightening up and making them more fitting to the figure. You can just see over time when you have a passion in something, how much it changes and the evolution of it. It's so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
Especially with the stuff that we do and what you do. And it's just that if you get picked up by somebody, it shows that you can learn something yourself and build off of it. And that they can depend on somebody like you instead of getting a guy that has a piece of paper like, oh yeah, I can do it. And then as soon as you put them in front of it, they don't know what they're doing. With the experience is what comes a long way.
Yeah. You know what my first breakthrough with this show was actually having to put He-Man on the Sky Sled. I don't even have a Sky Sled on me, and I just looked it up on Google and decided to get that rendered, and there you go. I'm like, wow, he is on the Sky Sled. He is moving. He is going in different ways, and that was like my breakthrough achievement. I think that was episode number 3. And I'm proud of myself after that. I'm like, let's keep going. And that's what I've been doing so far, like trying to test other things. And sometimes when I get AI going, of course, it's going to throw a couple of hiccups here and there and may not work. And, certain scenes, especially with Trapjaw. Oh, my goodness. I have such a big headache with Trapjaw because every time I generate him, oh, my goodness, why is there an extra arm when he just has a gun? Yeah.
Like when you do the hands sometimes on the AIL, some they go from like 4 fingers to like 10 fingers on one hand. Right. Like, like slow down there. Now, is He-Man your favorite character?
So far. And I'm actually I have 2 He-Man figures. I have one behind me that's on Battle Cat right now, and I just bought this like not too far down from where I live. It's about maybe 15 minutes. And this is going to be the figure that I'm going to be experimenting on. I'm actually going to be making him exactly like a new design, and he's going to have a custom head. So this head will be gone. I'll be making this thing gold. This thing will be gold. This one right here is going to be, beige or something like that. And, maybe I might paint this a little bit more brown. So I'm going to modify this guy. But he's already made, by way of AI. So when you see him, I'll show it to you one of these days. And that's going to be how he's going to look.
Did you go to the movie?
Oh, yes. I went only one time. I wish I could have went many more times, but I've been way too busy. I loved it. Yeah, it may have been a little bit, too campy, but, I can relate. I mean, especially for us in our generation, we can all relate. But I just wish they could have put the funny campiness part, like maybe in the first hour, and then it gets a little bit more serious on the second hour, and it got to that point. I mean, there's some fun parts where he like backs up the sky sled, he hits the ship, and then he goes back out. Yeah, I have. Tell you the truth, I've never seen it.
You've never?
But I know it's on Tubi. I have a chance to watch it.
It's got what's her face from Friends? Oh, what's her name?
Courtney Cox.
Yes, she's in
Courtney Arquette. Yeah, Courtney Cox.
Yeah, Courtney Arquette. Whatever. Yeah, something like that. Dolph Lundgren is in it.
Yeah.
There's one other famous person, but I've watched it a few times. I mean, it's not so much to like the cartoon we watched, like
no.
That's what I'll base everything of, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'll base it from the cartoon to these wacky looking wild ones, unless it's the movie. Just depends.
Yeah.
Even Gremlins or Ghostbusters, I'm like, are you doing the characters or are you doing the spin-off? What are we doing? And so, so I liked the old movie, but it just wasn't like the cartoon is what I always hold it against, I guess. Mm-hmm. So, kind of intrigued to see the new one. And then what about you, a Superman fan?
Yeah. This one wasn't. I mean, I know James Gunn put into a little bit of a different direction of Superman. It's unlike any of the other Superman films. I did like the Snyder one. I thought that one was very interesting. And then I also liked it when all these heroes assembled. We haven't really seen anything like that ever. Cinematically, but it's good to see all the the Justice League coming together. I did not like that Justice League version, by the way. I did like the Snyder cut. So
being a Superman guy, are you a Batman hater?
Batman hater? No, I love them all.
Oh, you do?
I love them all.
I grew up with some guys that were like either Superman or Batman. It was one or the other, right? But it's just funny thing, you never heard about Spider-Man. So it was always Batman or Superman, and there was always Batman's better. Batman can kick Superman's ass. And it was always like that. And I was like, and then they do the spin-off cartoons or whatever, comics. And you have those, and depending on who's writing this, who wins the battle there. But I would have to say I'm kind of down the middle for myself, because I grew up. I should forget his name right now. The most famous Superman of all.
Cinematically in the movies? Yeah, Christopher
Reeve. Yeah. So he was my Superman growing up. He always scared me when he used to flick the peanuts in the bar when he was all messed up.
Oh my goodness, yeah, Superman 3.
He freaked me out doing that. And then when I got older, I'm like, can I do that? I used to try flicking, like, oh, my fingers, it hurts. And then Batman. I'm a Michael Keaton guy for Batman. That's my favorite. I would always like the Jack Nicholson joke.
Yeah.
And Michael Keaton together was always the best. For me, anyway. I know people like the other one. I agree. Yeah, those are good stuff.
Yeah, some of the Batmans were not bad. I mean, Ben Affleck wasn't bad either. Playing
like
an old
Heath Ledger as Joker.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he took it to the next level.
Oh, he is so good. I miss that guy. He was so good as that Joker. Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm an anti-clown guy. I cannot stand clowns or anything like that. It's just my nightmare. Can't get me to get around it, but I can watch that kind of stuff. It's not too bad.
So you wouldn't watch like It or Pennyworth?
Nope. No. See, so here's the funny thing in life. I'm a punk rock kid. Listened to punk rock when I was growing up. My favorite band is Pennywise.
Oh, Pennywise.
The thing I hate the most is Pennywise, the clown. So it's kind of funny, and they actually have a song about Pennywise the clown. So it's a bittersweet kind of thing in my life. But clowns, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, It, the new It, Bozo the Clown, Doink I could deal with. I don't know why. I actually got to meet the original Doink back a few years ago before he passed away. Yeah, clowns are not cool. They freak me out way too much.
You into Insane Clown Posse?
I can deal with them. They fall into a different category for me just because of the Juggalo work. I used to really not be into that stuff, but now I just kind of find it more intriguing. And I actually turned on one of their shows the other day for wrestling. I was like, that's not a bad show. It was actually pretty entertaining. And one of my favorites, Joel Gertner from ECW. Yeah. He showed up on the show. He's one of my favorite characters in wrestling. But, ICP I can take because it's not so... I mean, it's clowns, but I don't know. It's a little different, but it's just your basic looking clown. Or you ever zombie?
No, I mean I heard of it. Yeah.
There's a clown in that movie that is the epitome of my nightmares. So if you ever watch that movie and he gets to it and he has to save the girl, and he's like, and he has a fear of clowns too, really bad in the movie. And he's like, this doesn't have to be how it has to go down. And it's doing the whole narrative in his head. And then it pans over across from him, and there's a snarling zombie clown just dripping blood out of its mouth. And I'm like, stop the movie. I'm like, we're good. Like, now I know when it comes on, I just kind of, like a 5-year-old, I hide my eyes. Yeah, I can't do it. Cannot do it. It's terrible. So yeah, no clowns for me. Benny likes to mess with me with clown stuff sometimes. It's not a whole lot of fun, but yeah, he likes to do it. But yeah, everyone in my house knows not to say the C word, and it's not the one you would think. But yeah, you say the word clown, like, yeah, even now I kind of like, whew, don't like it.
Are your kids into clowns?
If they are, they don't talk about.
And then you warn them.
Yeah, I'll put it this way, mother, we get along, but she thought it'd be funny the first year for my daughter's Halloween outfit to make her into a clown. So my first kid, she dressed her up as a clown. And I was just, oh, all right. So yeah, yeah. Everyone, all my family knows my fear, my phobia. And Benny's a hypnotist, so he's always like, "I can hypnotize you, and you won't be afraid of clowns anymore." And I'm like, "No, I think I still will. I don't care what you do. I'm still gonna be afraid of them, no matter what you do." But yeah, so there's getting these guys close to me. See, now I'm all looking around my room at the doors, sure they're closed. That's how bad it is. I get bad fears. And then like, anything else, I'm not scared of. I don't care. I used to be a bouncer for 3 years, so I didn't care. I'm just one of those guys. I'm like, oh, there's a brawl. Let's go jumping into it. But yeah, clowns. Just dress up as a clown, and I'll cry in a corner. That's how you take me down. I'm good. So, you got any fears?
Fears?
Yeah, any phobias?
Well, of course, like if I'm, somewhere very high, of course, you know the feeling where you kind of like just feel like there's something in between that part and then me. Like sometimes when you're near something, like I'm beside a dead body or something like that. Like I'm looking at my brother.
Yeah.
And then somehow I feel, the hair like raising.
You get nothing in your stomach right there sometimes?
No, sometimes I get dizzy.
See,
that happened in one of my friend's funerals. After I went to her funeral, I got dizzy.
I don't get dizzy too much unless I'm sick or something. True story, 6th grade, we were playing basketball. We went up for a jump ball. I came down on my friend's neck, broke his neck, and paralyzed him.
Oh my goodness.
He goes off to the hospital. I don't see him from there for like a week and a half. My mom was like, okay, I think my mom was like very supportive, like what happened, because I felt horrible. Just horrible. So I was like, do you want to go see him? And I was like, I would love to. Now in my head, I wasn't thinking what was about to happen, because I just want to go see my friend, see if he was okay. I walked into that room, and I'd never seen anybody in a halo before. So, the big structures that they put on to keep your head totally still. I walked in and saw him on that, and that was about the last thing I remember. The room it spun out for me, and I got all this really discombobulated. I had to sit down. It was like a half hour. I'd never been that dizzy before on something. It scared me like that. And it always stands on my mind. I always usually get the heebie-jeebies right here, right before my stomach, right underneath my chest. That like roller coaster feeling.
Yeah.
Like that's the feeling I get with my phobias or being scared of something. So, but yeah, otherwise, like that's another thing I'm into is our emotions that our body puts out. Like how we cry or how we laugh at things.
Yeah.
It's always funny to think about how we always react and how animals don't. I got 2 dogs. They just bark and snort and snarl, but we can do all these other things. And it's just, just things. And I guess I go down the rabbit holes too much when I work on YouTube. I'm like, What's this Egyptian thing that they're talking about here? Wait, now there's pillars in the ground for electricity? I'm like, yes. I go down these rabbit holes, and it's a lot of fun to do that. And try to stay away from the things that scare me.
Yeah.
I don't go outside very much. I'll tell you that. I don't like going outside very much. It's
Yeah, I think for me, it all changed right after COVID.
Mm-hmm.
For me, yeah.
I used to be a big people person. I used to be able to be shoulder to shoulder in like crowded rooms. Nothing. Now I seize up. Like I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. And it's not healthy and stuff. And I've been trying to be better, taking walks with my daughter outside. We just went to a parade a couple days ago. That
Yeah.
was pretty rough for me. That still kind of froze up, and I'm like, what is going on? And it's the only thing I can sum it up to is COVID shut us all down for too long.
Yeah.
Shelter.
And then the events that happen like within that time frame, especially what's been going on in the nation at that time, it just made me just think, keep thinking about like not going outside because who knows, things can go crazy.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of a looting, man. I was like in the middle of traffic, and there's all of them just going into the stores.
That's
just
right.
Yeah.
I remember watching Chicago on the news.
Mm-hmm.
The police were like, just have at it. The police weren't really stopping anybody. And everybody was just like, new Nikes, new jackets. People were coming out with like those, those like circular things that they put all the jackets on. They were running out of stores with those. Oh, you're set for life with all those jackets. But yeah, I remember watching that. What year was that? 22? 21?
It could have been, it could have been 2021, I believe, around the time of George Floyd.
Yeah, that happened. I remember
that's
that.
When that's when, things went crazy in this nation with all the riots, and they keep saying peaceful protests, but it's not peaceful.
Oh yeah, I remember watching the journalist used to say, there's a building burning behind him with all the cars. He's like, we're at a peaceful protest right now. Everyone's really behaving, and you see things blowing up in the back, and I'm like, the world's on fire behind you, but that's okay. Yeah, that, and then what's the kid? He had to self-defend himself, and he had to go to court, and he had to shoot some people during their protests, and he got off from it. He wasn't found guilty. There's a kid, is that name? There's this white guy who ended up shooting some people during a protest that were running after him, and he was actually there as a medic.
Oh my goodness.
And he was a minor when it happened. And by the time he got to court, he was an adult. Oh. That all happened. I remember that. That was a big thing that people were mad about. It's just like what we're saying. People are so wrapped up in these things, and they get so mad. I think during these last few years of COVID and George Floyd, whatever is the kid's name I'm talking about, you've also had some education changes in schools, teaching wise, and I don't know. It's been really rough raising kids. I'll tell you that. In this, so do you have any kids? Forgot to ask.
No, I don't. This 51-year-old here doesn't have kids.
You're not 51, are you? Dude,
yeah, I'm 51.
I thought you look younger than I do.
Oh, how old are you?
44.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
I'll be 45 next month.
Oh, okay.
So, been around the world, had some kids, started a family. Now I got 2 stinky dogs. Right. Trying to live life, man, as much as I can now. I used to be a pretty negative person. Not a negative person, just your average asshole. So I can put it that way. Now I'm trying to be more positive. Benny's a very positive guy. He's taught me quite a lot over the last 20 years of calm down, don't be so static about everything and think things through and stuff. And yeah, now I'm just trying to find the better things in life. I mean, 51, 45, we're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
We've gone through half of our life now, and it's like, well, what do you do now? And I think we're doing the right thing. I don't see anything harmful that we're doing. I don't see anything negative. I wish more people could pick up. I mean, right now my phone in front of me is actually sitting on a box of crafting foam. So I mean, we got all kinds of crafting stuff around here, and I think that's one thing needs to happen more. Just kind of stuff, and getting out to see a movie. You went to go see He-Man. I don't know if I can go to a theater yet, just because remember that shooting. I think of these stupid things when I go that the Colorado shooting, or even just going to them. Like I fear for my kids when they go back to school all the time. When that Sandy Hook thing happened, I was in hysterical. Like I'm 6'2", 300 pounds. Okay, you would think when these things happen that I'm a 5 foot, 120-pound woman bawling her eyes out because I don't want the kids to go to school because I'm afraid it's going to happen. When that moment happened, oh, it's horrible. I can't believe there's that much hatred sometimes. And we got all these fun things. So much fun out there. And just like what you're doing is like, let's be more creative, make videos. And, have you ever thought about after you've done quite a few of these videos of like teaching other people?
Yeah. I mean, with some of these episodes, it's really teaching lessons. I can sort of like look back a little bit to the Filmation cartoons and some of that, but I kind of put my own interesting spin into it. No public announcement in the end, though. But there's always the moral to the story.
You gonna branch off for like besides He-Man?
We'll see. I'm actually writing a novel right now. I'm supposed to send it to the publisher in a month or two. I'm already on chapter 29 out of 30. I've been writing this thing for like a lot of years because it's just been a project that's been put to the side as I've been working in the real world. And after that, I just venture off into La La Land, making my own characters, making my own story. It's like a futuristic novel. It's a very adventurous type novel. These characters have a lot of heart. They all believe in each other in such a very negative post-apocalyptic world. It's amazing. And then there's also some connection with the present, which is 2026. So part of the story will take place in 2026, and part of the story will take place in the future. And somehow in many ways, these characters from the past and then the present are connected somehow. And that's the amazing part of it as you keep reading on. There you go. I spoiled it a little bit there for you. But that's
that makes it sound more interesting
part.
on that end.
Yeah. And, there's just a whole bunch of, diverse characters and everyone believing in one another, everyone believing in this vision, everyone believing in just humanity. After some sort of major event, happen, and it's sort of like a reset, and everyone's supposed to be this way, but people still can't change despite whoever it is in charge of this, did this to the world, but then people are still the same. You can't remove that.
Yeah, I think the last time we were as human beings in the country was after 9/11.
Yep.
I think it was the last time we were all together, checking on each other. And
yeah,
I know it's 25 years ago, but it's the last time we like, hey, you doing okay? Or you see a plane go above your, all right, no, we're good. The plane's going still, but and it's not. And it sounds like I make a joke out of it, but that's how it really was for a good month at least. When you look up, like, okay, we're good. Like, why is that plane so low over there? What's going on? You can start getting freaked out. I used to live pretty close to an airport, so it's just like, cool.
Yeah.
You see them coming low, you're like, no. But yeah,
just a few months ago, I was on vacation. I was on vacation, and I actually stopped by this town called Shanksville. That's actually where the Flight 93 went down.
Really?
Yeah, I was just like traveling from Illinois all the way to Virginia Beach, where, of course, my
family one just crash, right? Just out in the field or something? Okay. Because they don't talk about that flight too much when they bring up 9/11 and the towers and the third tower and all the conspiracies around it. Yeah. I'm a very anti-conspiracy guy. I like to believe that we all have different ideas about things. And the moment you put the word conspiracy into it, it forms anxiety and like worrisome for people. If we can just say there are different ideas, like the conspiracy of the Golden Fort Knox. You have the idea that it's there or you don't. There's nothing else to it. But then you start with having conspiracies about UFO and that kind of stuff is one thing, but when you start having conspiracies about what the government does to human beings in America, that's a whole different story. And people, they do this, they do that. And you're like, no, don't scare each other. But yeah, I think the word conspiracy, I always gripe about it every day, probably, but I don't like using it. I feel like causing too much anxiety.
Yeah. There's one word I don't really, people have been saying it, but to me, it's still dead. The word dead. People keep saying unalive. I'm like, what is that word, man? Unalive.
Yeah, changing the words like one I was talking about today. Maybe I'm just not hip to it anymore, but using the word based. I'm like, don't we just say true? Like, we just say it's true. That's all we do. But yeah, now it's based, and then what's some other words they're using these days? I watch shows and like, look at my wife, I'm like, what does that mean? She's like, oh, it means this. I'm like, if I didn't have her, I won't understand half of YouTube now.
Yeah.
But yeah, they use all these words. I'm like, okay. But yeah, too much changing of words and thinking outrageous things. You can't have anything in this world happen now and just have it happen.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's wildfires and the government started them or UFOs started them, it's like, what? Do you know what lightning does every year? It starts wildfires.
Yep.
I mean, and there's also people called arson.
Yep.
It's we jump to the wildest things, and I just think it's so unhealthy at times. Like, let's just use common sense, and I think we'd do a lot better.
You know what sucks is that the news, the media, they always never give the bigger picture. It's always like whatever fits their narrative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just talking actually about
no matter what side, whether it's left or the right side, there's just no truth.
See, I'll be honest. I was a right side person for a while, and now I'm at the point of both of you are no better than the other, and both of you are like those shit stirring kids in a fight where you're not actually going to be physically in a fight, but you're going to have the other kids fight for you because it's entertaining to you, and that's what it is. I just feel like we're entertainment for the rich, like how much horrible things we can go through and all this stuff, and how much we can be pulled apart. Like, that's what I feel like they're doing now. And then you look at Venezuela, and you look at things that just happened like that, and like, what are we doing? You see a newborn being pulled out of rubble, like, that's where we're supposed to be. That's where we need to be right now. Let's help each other.
Right.
There should be more people involved, not just one. Like, get there. The more people involved, the quicker we can save lives. And then all we ever hear about is so-and-so's bombing this or stealing this or this person's gone missing. It's like, oh, this is not where we're going.
Yeah. They really feed off all the negative. Like it sells, that's what sells.
It's always like, what was it in the 80s? Like, the negative thing back, and it's always been a negative thing if you don't portray it right, is the sex industry. And then you're putting scantily clad women on TV commercials. It's like, what message are we sending? You're saying it's wrong to be dressing like that, but you're putting in your commercials. What are you selling? This with anything like that. The negative gets more attention than the positive.
Yep.
There's a good one for you. If someone I'll just use the basic thing. The guy gets allegations from some woman of doing something wrong. When he's proven innocent, you're never going to really hear that part. He will forever be tagged as the guy with those allegations. And he proved himself to not happen. And it's just like, society is so quick, just like, let's label this guy the negative guy and that woman the negative one. And it's just like, let's not do that, please. Stop with the labels. Dodging. Yeah. Man, you've got me down to some serious talks today. I don't do this.
Wow.
I usually
again we switch from these and then we get really deep.
But you know what's funny is that wrestling for me is life. You can relate so much wrestling to real life, but at the same time, as much as, and I've always said this, there's so many people that bash wrestling. Why does it have some of the highest ratings? I always laugh at that. There's so much that you can relate to, especially back in the Attitude Era. Stone Cold beating up his boss, and you just had that one boss you just didn't like. You go home and you turn on Stone Cold, and you're like, yeah, that's what I want. It's like, you live through these guys. You can still do it today, but how I guess you call them the superhero guys, Ultimate Warrior, Kane, Undertaker.
Yeah.
Now you got Randy Orton. You got those real names. And it's like, well, what is your character? I guess he hears voices, so that's what we've got for Randy. I guess people can relate to that out there, some people do hear voices, and some people are like Kurt Angle and an All-American, and some people are like, a Tajiri out there and likes to spit things in people's faces, or like a Carlito. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's always characters you can relate to, which I love about wrestling. And I think that's why you can branch off to so many subjects that we've talked about, because they all can circle back.
Yeah. Let me bring you this one wrestling moment. And it was this wrestler that, showed up on the flight that I was on. It was bound for Tampa from Charlotte. And it was none other than, I think it was 5'7" Eddie Guerrero. Oh, and it was just good. It was just good to see him like just walking on the aisle, and he's making his way towards the seat, and he just over there just shaking his head and just like smiling, and people greeting him, and I said, wow, that's Eddie Guerrero. And then he went past me, and he like sat maybe three or four seats behind me, and I'm like, I said to my friend, you mind if I go back over there and talk to him for a bit? And I did, and I just told him that I saw him, on WCW Thunder. He was, really putting on a show. I forgot who he was facing, but he, put a lot of effort. And
so you going Jericho at the time?
Yeah,
one of those guys.
Yeah, and he was kind of like a little bit tired. He felt a little bit groggy, and but he was still very nice enough to acknowledge me, and then at the same time, make an autograph. And I still had that autograph. It said, God bless J.E., LWO, Eddie Guerrero.
I'll be honest, what we do here is what some people shun against. Me and my family go to the airport. We're those guys. But we don't get autographs and stuff and sell them on eBay or anything like that. We never have. We get it for the pictures. So my son's got a picture of John Cena, which is like our ultimate win of the pictures. Yeah. When we met Hogan, we only got autographs because he was a couple of things over getting his ticket. So he just signed for us real quick. We're those guys. I'll tell you, let's see, either Christian Cage, John Cena, or Fandango, Brody.
Fandango.
So Fandango and Brody were hanging. And, this is when all the Wyatts were together. And we actually met every single Wyatt in a row. So we met Big Red and Brody, and then we met Bray Wyatt right after. But the best part was Fandango just got coffee with Brody, and they were standing there drinking their coffee, and my son goes over to him, and he looks at Fandango. My son's only about 6 years old at the time. I got something to tell you. And Fandango leans down. He goes, what? He goes, Fandango. We did not tell my son to do. He just did it. We just lost it. And Fandango looked over at Brody and literally goes, this is what it's all about right here, man. And then he shook my son's hand, and I thank you so much, and took a picture with him, and it was just, it was a great moment. And seeing Brody, now that it's passed.
Yeah,
we got the pictures up on our wall, and we're like, oh man, Brady's gone now, and you just never know. It's like, that's why you gotta enjoy this stuff. Enjoy wrestling. Because sometimes they're like, oh, that was a hard one to lose.
Yeah.
He was such a talented guy. Man.
I was using the restroom over there in Tampa, and I just heard some dude like throwing up so bad, and it turned out it was Eddie. Yeah.
Well, so Thunder, and this is a year or so before he goes over that. So, once he got to WWE, he was a happy guy, but too many chair shots and getting those headaches.
Yeah.
And just too many of those guys back then just took too many pills and from the headaches, and I'm just now they got better medicine.
Yeah.
Get in there and see what's going on, but I like how they're taking more breaks these days. I think the guys that we watch, I don't know how they did it every night almost of the week they were wrestling. Now these new kids get like a whole week off. Like, oh, you do Monday Night Raw, you can show up on SmackDown, we get a PLE on Saturday. That's about it this week. No more house shows.
Yeah.
That's what I miss. So were you there, did you say, for CM Punk's return?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'll be honest. I know they made fun of that one guy who was crying in the crowd, but I was there.
Yeah. I saw like, twice? Oh, no, once. The other guy appeared twice. The one dude, he's always like in the front. They always had him, but of course they had the crying guy. I remember that.
Man, I mean, I was in tears. And then I don't think I was in tears when he came back at Survivor Series. I was more in shock.
Mm-hmm.
I lost it. I was like, "Whoa, what in the world?" But when he finally came back to wrestling for AEW, oh, the guys got goosebumps. Yeah, I'm a big CM Punk guy. I like that guy. Yeah, when he came and for Tony Khan and stuff, I was just like, yes. I was like, you actually got the money to bring him back. I was like, I didn't know we would do it. Yeah, that. Yeah, I love all that. I love surprise stuff in wrestling. That's one of my big things. Like when they fired R-Truth and brought him back a week later, that still got me. What are some of the new ones they've done recently? We just didn't see coming. There's a few I can't even remember right now, but yeah, I love the special surprise moments in wrestling. Those gotcha moments.
Yeah.
Like that's when I feel like a kid again watching wrestling. So I'm like, oh, they got me. I was like, didn't even see it coming. This is great. And then there's those moments where you're like, oh, this is so obvious. Here it goes, because you've just watched it for too long. No, that's cool that you were there. That crowd was loud. Did you get an ice cream that night?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I got one of those CM Punk ice cream bars.
I made the little miniature ones for them, man. I printed them off. Yeah, I still have a little baggie of little ice cream bars. Tiny little ones. I'll have to put those up and put them up on IG. Show off some old stuff that we used to do. But yeah, I made those. I'm even thinking about making the newer ones. So we'll see what happens. That and man, if you ever get any more ideas, just always come by and drop them off to us, man. We're always wanting to try new stuff. I mean, it's just never ending. It's the custom world. And just,
through you guys, I learned the process. You know, I mean, we went through so many drafts to get to that point, but I see how it is now on making these logos, you know, on these shirts, and I mean, it looks so good in quality. People will be so happy, you know.
Ours are different because we actually make them out of real T-shirts. So like the T-shirt that I'm wearing right now, or what? I don't wear the T-shirts before we make any new ones. We make brand new T-shirts. To make that clear. Yeah, we actually cut them from real T-shirts. They're all done. My wife and I cut them out and glued them together. She's the seamstress, so she'll sew them up. And, I do the images on them and do all that fun stuff. And yeah, she's our secret weapon. So she does all that. She's also a full-time manager over at a Safeway. I don't know if you got Safeways in your area. There might be Albertsons. Yeah. So she's a big wig doing that stuff too. So she's full-time mom work and running WCC with us. She's a busy lady. I think right now she's on a break, which is probably good.
And she's probably going to give you a call.
Oh no! As soon as I get out there, it'll be what's for dinner tonight. I think is what's going to be the question. They always wait for me, and I don't even eat. I should eat this. I guess I don't know. But yeah, I should probably get going in just a moment because I know they'll be calling for me, and the dogs are looking like they got to take a nice potty break. So, but thank you for having us on, man. We'll have to do this again.
You're welcome, Garrett.
And next time I'll bring stuff on. I'll bring stuff on here. So I was like, as soon as I got in here and laid down the dogs, I'm like, because Benny asked me, he's like, can you bring stuff? I'm like, yeah, I can bring stuff. Yeah, as soon as everything got chaotic, and then I didn't know I had to install the app, and I'm all like technologically impaired. I'm like, okay, install the app, and I can't see up close, so that makes it even worse. So I work with magnifying glasses on my eyes all the time.
Thank you, everyone, for watching this episode of the Roobs ToyZone, episode 3, featuring world-class customs. And we'll look forward to another episode again soon. Catch y'all later.